So I ranked a brand new Skool community 77 on Discovery in the money category within 29 days and got a ton of traffic from it. And I did this by doing the exact opposite, literally the exact opposite of what gurus tell you to do. So in this video, I'll show you the exact 4 steps or the exact 4-step system that made this happen and how I turned lurkers into top engagers. It's insane. You need to watch this, guys. So the first thing I did was I flipped everything, right? So most people would say, hey, welcome your members, etc. But no, I was anti-welcome. Here's what I did. On the first post, I literally made strict rules, okay? But before they got to the first post, they have to answer membership questions. And those membership questions were the first qualifier. Once they answer those membership questions, I read those membership questions, the answers to those membership questions, and I figure out, hey, is this the kind of person I want to let into the community? Yes or no? If yes, then I'll let them in. If no, then I don't let them in the community in the first place. I just decline their request. And I declined so many people, like I cannot begin to tell you how many people I declined because they're not right for the community I want to build. Okay, and it will all fall into place when you, watch the whole video. It will all make sense to you. Now, they come into the community, and then they get sent an auto DM. That auto DM will also solidify that journey for them, right? So I ask them a couple of questions, and I, give them a nice welcome, and I also point them into the right direction. Okay, so now they come into the first post. They get sent to the first post, obviously, as well. They come into the first post. That first post is not designed to just welcome them. It is designed to set the tone, to set expectations, right? It's designed to steer them in the right direction and tell them, hey, look, we mean business here. We don't want lurkers. We want people to engage, etc., etc. It tells them a lot of the detail that they need to know. But look at this, guys. Look at the kind of engagements we got just from this one post right here. If you look at the overall people that I drove to this community within the first month that I've literally let into the community, there's about 200, 200 and a bit. Let me show you exactly. So I literally deleted 164 people from the community, and I'll tell you why. You'll understand why in a bit. This is so unorthodox, guys, but it literally works. Nobody tells you to do this, and I'm not telling you to do this. I'm just going to show you what happened when I did this, okay? All right. So, so most people start their community by rolling out the red carpet. They say, hey, welcome, please make yourself at home, yada, yada, yada. And the problem with this is when you make people too comfortable, they get lazy. They don't really care. Most people will come into your community just to check out what you've got under the hood, right? Just to see if they can steal your frameworks, if there's something that they can learn quickly and then leave, right? And bounce. That's what they do. But what we want to do is we want to have a pattern interrupt. We want to do something completely different from what everyone else is doing and teaching something new that nobody else is teaching, and that gets them hooked. And you'll see in a bit what happened with this community. It was dead in the beginning, just like any other community. But then when I implemented the systems that I'm about to show you, it literally went wild. So I did the opposite, okay? Went against the mold. And I started with a strict rule set, just like I showed you. I just showed you this post right here. And the psychology behind it was this. I told them, this is not a library where you sit and read, okay? This is a gym where you work. If you don't lift weights, I will kick you out. This is a metaphor, right? Obviously, this is not exactly what I said, but the point is, look, if you join this group, you need to do what I'm telling you to do because I'm here to help you. I'm here to show you what works and what doesn't work. And I'm here to give you homework that you need to do. And I'm here to point you in the right direction. If you really want to achieve your goals, this is what you need to do. And if you're not prepared to do it, then why the hell join this group in the first place, right? Makes sense? It does make sense, right? Like if you want to achieve a certain goal, you have to do the work for it. And if I'm giving you exactly the exact system that you need to do in order to achieve the results, then why not listen to it? especially that I've won the Skool games, I'm making amazing money with Skool. Like, I am giving you everything, so why not listen to it? If you're not prepared to listen to it, then you're not going to pay for, my accelerator program. You're not going to pay for anything. You're not even going to help yourself. So why would I accept mediocrity in my group? Why would I accept you in my group, right? You're giving nothing to this group. You're bringing no value. And unfortunately, this is most people in most communities, right? Most people will just go in, go into a community and they go, I want to learn. And then they go into the community and they click this button and that button and then, okay, I've had enough. And then they leave, right? Do you want these people in your group? I don't want these people. I'm a high performance person. I do not want people like this in my group. Unfortunately, I want people that will apply, see results, give me testimonials and help each other grow. These are the kind of people I want to surround myself with. So if you're someone who, is like this, who strives for a higher purpose and crushes every goal that you've got in front of you, then this is the community for you, okay? Right. So, and looking at the data, by drawing a line in the sand, I literally filtered the audience immediately. The first 10 comments aren't just polite thank yous. There are people pitching themselves to me. They are, proving they belong. So if we look at these comments right here in the first post, people are literally spending time writing those comments, right? Telling me that this is their goal, this is what they do, etc., etc. Why? Because that's what I expected from them. And a lot of these people are now high engagers in the community. Some of them had to go. I had to kick them out because they weren't the right fit for the community. But people that stayed have seen crazy results in terms of the shift in their mindset, the shift in, how they were thinking before and what how they are behaving now, and in terms of what they were doing before and the clarity that the community brought to them. It's insane. You'll see in a bit. So, and also the other thing is the content engine that I was able to build with the way I systemized everything is insane, right? The challenge that I did, the 7-day challenge, was all about theory and practice. So you cannot just watch a video, okay, on a particular day. You have to watch the video and then practice what you've watched and then show us what you've done, okay, based on the exercise that was given to you. And then you had to come into the community and post your work for everybody to give you feedback and for me to give you feedback as well, free feedback. So that what did that do to engagement? It made people come in and post content. Okay, so it was kind of UGC, user-generated content, which I didn't have to post myself. I didn't have to tell people, hey, come in and post, right? It was there for us to, for them to post, because it was systemized, it was engineered like that. So most community owners think they have to be the hero, They try to write 5 posts a day and keep the group alive. That leads to burnout, right? It does. I mean, imagine, try to think about 5 posts a day, every single day. That's just for the community, and then post it and then respond to comments and all of that. Mind you, I post about 4 to 5 posts a day, sometimes a bit less, sometimes a bit more, but it's always different. It's not always, value content or memes or whatever. It's always different based on how the community is feeling, and I'm feeding off of the vibe of the community, right? You have to always have your fingers on the pulse. So I built a system where members are the content machine, and when you join the community, you'll see exactly. It's crazy. So looking at the timestamps here, I don't have the exact timestamps, but I've literally scraped the entire content of the community and I fed it to the AI and it gave me an analysis of exactly what happened. And this is how I've created this plan right here that I'm sharing with you. So on day 1, people post their homework, right? And I reply to whatever they've given me in that comment, in that post, and I reply either with a question or with feedback or whatever, and then they reply again, and then I reply again. So it doesn't stop there, right? I want to make sure that from every post we maximize the engagement on that post, okay, before it dies. So why it works, I created a 7-day challenge that requires a public post to complete. So they have to complete or to submit a post every single day based on what they've done during that day for them to be able to complete the challenge. And this means every single day, 10 new pieces of content appear in the feed without me. And this is just with 10 members. Obviously, not all 10 members are going to do exactly what I tell them to do, but we're looking at least 10 posts a day generated from other community members, not just from me. Okay, that's without me lifting a finger. And the algorithm sees the constant flood of fresh content that is not traffic, that is not bot-based or, generated in a fake way. It is literally all legitimate because it's systemized in that way, right? And that pushes the community to go viral. Okay, and if you look at where we are now, so I'll just go to discovery. We are 77 ranking in money within a month of launching this community with 80 members. Can you believe this? And this is all based on what I've been able to, engineer in this community. So this is something that is controversial. Not a lot of people have done it, and a lot of people are afraid to do it, but I couldn't care less because it benefits my community and it benefits the quality of my community, and it rewards the most engaged members in my community, right? Because if people are are engaging and are giving a lot of value, but they getting nothing in return, that's not going to incentivize them to keep going, is it? Okay. Why would I reward lurkers that just suck the blood out of the community, suck the value out of the community, but give absolutely nothing? I just do not believe in that. That's just me, right? And we are allowed to run our communities in the way that we see fit. And for me, as someone who is very performance oriented, okay, I don't allow that to happen. That's just me, right? You can agree or disagree with me, that's fine, but this is just me, right? We are allowed to run our communities in the way that we see fit. So I knew this was going to happen. So I decided, let me go back to this. Around day 11, things got a little too quiet, okay? The excitement has started to wear off, and most owners would panic at this time, right? They will start posting memes or things just to kind of like kick things off again and get people to engage again. But no, I was like, you know what? I'm going to double down. If you're not going to engage, I'm going to kick you out of this community because why? Why are you here in the first place anyway? Why would you join 40 communities and engage with none? Like, I am not prepared to have mediocre people in my community. I'm sorry to say this, but why would I want to have someone who is dragging down the level of the community? I want people to lift each other up, right? I want people that will go forward to achieve their goals, right? Like I come from a sales background. I manage sales teams for, in the health and fitness industry and the, office space industry, but that doesn't matter. Sales is sales, right? I come from a high performance sales background. Why would I want to have a weak salesperson in my team who is not coachable, who does not want to engage, who does not want to learn, who doesn't want to do anything? It's like you're telling him, okay, look, this is the script. This is how you, do objection handling. This is how you do this. This is how you do that. Let's do role play. But he or she or whatever do not want to engage. Why would I want to accept this person in my team or keep them in my team? This is how I run my community. It's a team, okay? A team could be 2 people, 3 people, 5 people, 50 people, or 100 people. It doesn't matter. A community, the way I see, is a team. I want to drive performance in that team. I want to make them see results. This is how I see community, personally, for me. Okay? So the response to that was insane. Okay? By day 11, I posted the 12, I posted a warning. And so yeah, let me go back to this. I knew this was going to happen, so I decided to manufacture scarcity. Okay? By kicking people out, the people that really want to engage and come out of their shell, they will be literally forced to come out of their shell. And that's exactly what happened. So I posted a warning, inactive members will be removed. And by day 13, I actually pulled the trigger and I removed 100 members. Let me show you. Let me see if I can find it here. Where is it? There you go, look. 100 members removed. This community is for executors only. That became the highest liked post with 16 comments, right? Now the engagement is not as high, because we're starting to instill the culture bit by bit, right? Now watch. Just 5 days later, I removed 6 members again, and look at the comments, right? Let's do removed or removed, just so you can see. 6 members removed. Look at that engagement. 3 members, 29. That's just 23 hours ago, right? Just removed 20 inactive members, 42 comments, right? Look at the engagements with these posts, because it rewards people that are engaging in the community, right? They don't want lurkers. They also became anti-lurkers. That is just insane. So it's not normal engagements for, we had about 50 or 60 members in the community at that time, and to have 40 comments, that's just, it's wild. I haven't seen this kind of engagement anywhere else. And we are shooting for number 1, just to let you know. I want to be absolutely clear. We are shooting for number 1 in the money category. And it is going to happen, because I will not rest until it happens. You can call me, I don't know, whatever you want to call me, but that's just what performance looks like to me, right? I'm going to do whatever it takes to get to number 1. Obviously, in the most fair way possible. Yeah. So Helen said, am I still here, or is this a dream? Let me see if I can actually find these comments. Let's see. Am I still here? Was this actually a dream? There you go. There it is. There are all the comments. Right? It's all real. I'm literally getting all of this directly from the comments. And this guy said, Adnan has infected everyone with the allergic lurkers virus. Let's see if we can find these comments right here. There it is. Yeah. 31 comments right there. Boom. So the logic is, humans value things more than they think they might lose them. So by deleting the lurkers, I made the survivors feel elite, just exactly like I explained to you. They started posting just to prove they were alive, which skyrocketed our engagement numbers. Now, the thing is, the more they post, the more engagement happens and the more activity gets produced, and the more we engage, we start ranking. It's a flywheel effect. And let me show you our activities. It is literally insane. If we look at metrics here, so this is when I did the Great Purge, literally removed 100 people overnight. So from 151 down to 58. So it was 100 people, and then more people joined, brand new people, etc. And that's a series of me removing people, and then the community keeps growing anyway, because new blood is joining, right? And look at that activity. Insane. 2,000 activities for about 50 to 60 members. Look at that. And that's during Thanksgiving. For 70, 80 members. That is wild, guys. Okay? I'm showing you everything live so you can see. So Juja, for example, said, she wasn't just commenting on posts. She is acting like a cheerleader for the whole team. She said, honestly, it makes me emotional. Let's see. This is when you really started to build a community culture. There it is, right? We did it 196 on Discovery. And I'm going to tell you the story about this Discovery thing, how we started pushing for it, etc. That's just 7 days ago. We were at 196 on Discovery. Okay. She said, let's get this group under 100 ASAP. When was that? Let's see when that was. That was Alex. 5 days ago. 5 days ago, we were at 159 on Discovery. Can you believe it? In 5 days, we dropped from 159 to 77. That is just wild. Let's see if we've got... Yeah, same, 77. I keep refreshing it because it literally got so addicted. So why this matters? When you give people a shared mission, they stop acting like customers and start acting like teammates. They wanted that ranking just as bad as I did. And that's exactly what happened. They are so emotionally invested in getting us to number one now that it is just spiraling out of control. Like the amount of engagement that's going on in this community is absolutely wild. I could never have dreamt of, having this kind of engagements in like a short period of time like this, but also with, as little members as we have now. I mean, 80 members, that's wild. And what was the bribe? So we had a viral mechanism going on in the back end as well. And this is the most popular post in the history of the group, or one of the most popular posts, actually. It was a giveaway, and we gave them a GPT. It had 54 likes and 155 comments. And I didn't give it away for free. I locked it behind level 5. So they had to post, comment, and like in order to get more points, in order to level up, and in order to get that GPT. Okay? And in Skool, the only way to get to level 5 is for people to literally like your posts and comments. So everyone started writing better comments to earn the prize, and also writing better posts in order to earn the comments and the likes, etc. So Rashid said level 5 gifts 100 million Skool GPT. I gave them a decent GPT. I spent time on it, and they absolutely loved it. It can write offers for you. It can do so many things right inside level 5, and they really, really appreciated it. And when people work towards something and then get it, and then work with it and see the results, they're like, wow, this is really good. And that pushes them to go to level 6, level 7, and to get to level 6, level 7, level 8, level 9. What do they have to do? They have to engage more, right? So it's like, it's a perpetual, cycle of engagements. They have to keep engaging to get more results, and to get to, when they get to that level, they have to keep engaging, etc. So let's talk about the culture now. It literally became real when I did a call with them about a week and a half ago. We did a call, got everyone together. That was literally after I removed 100 people. And the call I did before that, 3 people turned up. The second call after I removed 100 people, do you know how many people turned up? I would say about 18 to 19 people turned up, and 15 stayed until the end. That was wild for 50 people group. Okay? The ratio is just unheard of. So it became real when I removed those people. That's when they realized, you know what, we mean business here. But you can't do this without really providing a lot of value, because they realize there's a lot of value. If there was not a lot of value, they would not have stayed. There is no way I would stay somewhere where I don't care about it. Okay, do you know what? Delete me. Okay, fine, I don't care. Right? But if there's a lot of value, I don't want to lose that value. I want to keep that value, and I want to pay for the next thing, because we're working towards a program right now where I'm going to teach them everything from scratch. And the goal is, again, with high performance, right? The goal is to make every single person at least 10K a month from Skool. Okay, that is the goal. So people that are pushing, they are pushing for those slots that I'm gonna work with, because I'm only gonna work with 10 people. So, you have a real culture, not just a course, when people start making inside jokes. So look at David Gabel. He started creating memes about me kicking people out. Actually, let's have a look. Look at this one. It's pretty funny. So David created these Skool memes. When the community starts creating memes about your community, when it's a brand new community, you're building something, right? And there's more, but don't have time to show all of that. And even though I was being strict and scary with the purge, the members felt safe enough to joke about it because they knew the intention. They knew I was literally giving everything I've got. They knew I cared so deeply and so much about, delivering transformation that they were like, do you know what? Yeah, we accept this. But, if it was any random, person saying, I'm going to delete you from the group, I don't care. If they weren't invested enough in a certain way, then they would not have cared at all. And if they didn't see that I gave them many wins before we got to that point where I said, you know what, I'm going to delete you from the group, this would not have worked. So really, the rule number one is you really have to show them that you are the person that can take them from A to Z. You are the person that will, deliver the results. You've already shown them that you can do it. You've already given them certain wins along the way, right from the start. And you have showed them that, yeah, this is the guy I want to work with, or this is the lady I want to work with, right? It would not work otherwise. So do not just go around deleting people from your group because they're not going to care. You have to make sure that you show them that you are the right person that they need to trust. Okay, and there's a series of things that you have to do, that you have to demonstrate in order to make them feel a certain way. So even though I was being strict and scary, they were like, yeah, do you know what? I want to stay in this group and I'm going to do whatever it takes. So this shared humor builds the community together. It creates an identity. They literally say, we are the ones that survived the purge. And they've got a story to tell later on when the community grows. Yeah, we are the OGs. And you know what happened? Adnan deleted 100 people and there was only 51 of us left. And, we did whatever it takes to stay in the group. And you know what I mean? So it kind of makes it really special. Now let's talk about the human transformation, right? Which is the real ROI. The big picture is this. Ranking number 77 is cool for the ego, but the data reveals something much more valuable. It shows human transformation, right? Look at Hessa. At the starting point, and in her early posts, she was hesitant. She admitted she was a lurker and nervous. And what happened after the purge, she literally became one of the number one engagers in the entire community. The purge forced her hand and she realized she couldn't hide anymore. And the result, she is now a top engager. She literally said, I've changed a lot since joining. I was forced to engage and now I love it. But it's not just Hessa, it was Helen as well. Helen said, am I still here or is it just a dream? Okay. The moment shifted her from a passive consumer to a grateful survivor. She started posting with way more confidence because she knew she earned the spot. Now let's look at the top people in the community now. So Juja came after the purge, I believe, and she literally went for it from day one. Helen was a lurker, but then she bought into the culture and started pushing. Hessa was definitely a lurker, and she came out of her shell and became literally one of the top engagers in the community. Alex was, from day one, I would say he was top engager. Max was a lurker, but then he started engaging really well. So yeah, it just goes to show you that if you instill a good culture within the community, you're able to turn lurkers into engagers, but you just have to do it the right way. And what are the lessons here? Yeah, so she stopped caring about her own problems and started caring about the group's mission. Because, when you build a culture that is around a group mission and shared common goal, everyone rallies around it. And, it happens step by step. And then before you know it, the community bonds, and you can call a community, right? So my engineered scarcity system didn't just manipulate the algorithm, it manipulated behavior and it created a culture. It took, shy, passive people and turned them into confident leaders. Kamosi didn't just give them a course or a community, it gave them a new identity. And I absolutely love that. So we hit rank 77 in 29 days. We did this by applying rules, filters, right? Fear to wake people up who really want to wake up, okay? And we gamified things, right? To build the team. And, it was a successful experiment. Now I'm turning it into a system, and I'm looking for founders who want to install the exact system, engagements, operating system into their business. So the first starting point is, if you're ready to work, join the community for free right now. While it is free, link in the description, and you will see what a really high engaged community feels like. And I don't want anyone, right? If you're just someone who's just gonna have a look, I don't want you into the community. If you really want to make $10,000 a month, if you want to learn how to make money with Skool, I'm not gonna promise you that you're gonna make that money, right? Because I can't make claims I can't back up. But what I'm gonna say to you is, I'm going to teach you how I work, how top earners of Skool work, because I'm a top 5% earner in Skool. I will teach you how we work, and if you apply the systems that we work with, whatever happens, because I can't make claims, okay? For YouTube purposes and for legal purposes and for moral purposes. Because it all depends on how you apply those systems. It all depends on you as a person, your intelligence, your, how you take an input and turn it into an output, etc. Okay? And if this sounds to you good to you at all, I would love to see you in the community. I'll see you in the next video. There you go. Just got a sale just while I was filming, and yeah. You could call it luck, whatever. I think that's a $500 sale based from my other community, I think. Yeah. All right, then. I'll see you in the next one. Take care, guys. Bye.